Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm gonna be explaining you guys how to be a step ahead of your opponent. I'm gonna be explaining how the cycle works, how to track your opponent's cycle, what things are important to keep in mind. I'm gonna be playing with this lockpick deck on one of my secondary accounts, while explaining my thought process the best way possible. Hopefully you guys are ready for this. I'm super excited. I feel like a lot of people can learn from today's video and hopefully do enjoy this type of content as well. So let's start off with the most important thing I want to talk about in today's video. How does the cycle work? How can I know if my opponent has it in cycle or not? Perfect example. Opponents start with arrows. Whenever someone uses a card, doesn't matter what card it is, by the way, in this case arrows, he's gonna have to play 4 cards before he's back to that one card he used. Like for example here, he played arrows, now he played Sparky. Instead of being 4 cards away, he's now 3 cards away. Now he's 2 cards away because he plays the Knight and the Sparky. Now he's 1 card away, so we can go with Ice Spirit here to block the Sparky shot. We know that the arrows are not quite in cycle yet. Now he is back to them in the cycle. If he goes with arrows, it's gonna be last second arrows, so let's go with the Goblin Gang. Trying to predict it, he might go arrows here left side, but then he's not gonna have any elixir for the princess on the right side. I might be going a little bit too quick right now, but do you guys see how I'm one step ahead? Just by knowing the basics of the cycle, counting one of the most important cards, which in this case of me playing lockbait is the spells. Arrows is especially a really important spell. Zap is, I guess, a little bit important, but not that important. So he just used the arrows on the left side, by the way. He only now played 1 card after using the arrows, so he's definitely not back to it yet. We can try and keep up the pressure. I'm gonna go with the Goblin Barrel. I'm gonna go with the Valkyrie in the middle to both tank for the Dart Goblin and the Goblin Barrel on the King Tower. I was about to say, I don't think he has anything in cycle right now. He has a really awkward, really expensive deck. I want to quickly check out his deck. He had like only 5 elixir cost card, 4 elixir cost card with like the mini P.E.K.K.A. I guess he did have the Knight as well, but yeah, he had like Witch, Baby Dragon, Sparky, and his levels weren't bad either. Look at the Witch, level 16 mini P.E.K.K.A., level 16 Knight. That was honestly not a bad deck from him. We just completely took advantage of the cycle, took advantage of the situation, and I'm sorry if I wasn't able to explain my thought process that well, but that match honestly went really quick. Okay, we're gonna be facing a lockbait deck. My cycle is really bad. Oh, we are gonna unfortunately be late cycling the lock. Really awkward cycle right here, but I guess it's fine. And this guy's actually playing decent. I think it's gonna be maybe a secondary account of someone, so it's gonna be a nice match right here. Bad start, perfect example of how to try and make a comeback. So lockbait against lockbait, what is going to be something important? The lock. So he has a quick cycle. Let's try and be aware. Let's try and practice together. I'm going to be explaining my thought process here out loud with his cycle. So he just used the lock. Did he use any other card? No, not yet. So he's not going to be quite back to the lock yet. I think he could go for a princess right here. Let's have the Valkyrie ready. Is he back to the lock? No, not yet, because he only used the Tesla after using the lock. He didn't use a single other card, so he was way out cycle, and we are gonna get a little bit of chip damage with the Goblin Barrel. By the way, I know that I'm playing lockbait. If you guys are playing another deck, let's say Hawk Rider, let's say something else, let's go with a cannon here. Do you guys see how I was ready with it? Like sometimes I do something without really explaining it, but there, he did a princess at the bridge first play. It was a perfect moment to go princess at the bridge because there was nothing on the field, so that means that it could get a lock onto the tower. What do? I go with cannon quickly, knowing that the princess is a potential play for him. If you are playing against a Hawk Rider, you know that he can go with Hawk Rider right now. Be ready for it. I think he's gonna go skeletons. We know that he has skeletons. Skeletons is a good option for him because he doesn't want to use the lock. He is gonna use the lock now, and then we can kind of punish him with the evil barrel. Okay, princess here trying to get some chip damage on the right side. We know that he's gonna have to overspend on both lanes just because the lock is out of cycle. He definitely didn't have a lot available right there. Princess getting a lot of damage. He's gonna go last second Tesla. I can go with a cannon here. Cannon is gonna help take care against the Tesla, and then afterwards we can try and keep up the cycle, keep up the pressure. Okay, Ice Spirit in case he goes with the princess. We can try and out-cycle him right here. Let's go with a Golden Barrel towards the right side. Let's go with a lock. He is gonna go with his lock. Then now we're gonna once again cycle. Okay, we know that he has princess, prince out of cycle, lock out of cycle, Goblin Gang, Ice Spirit, Goblin Barrel once again from us. Is he back? No, I think he's missing 1 card because he used princess, he used skeletons, he used Mega Knight. He was 1 card off. We can go with a princess now to take care of the Goblin Gang. Valkyrie here in the middle, lock ready for his lock. Now we know that he has lock. Yes, he has it available. Let's try and trick him, guys. We can go with an Ice Spirit. Goblin Barrel a little bit behind the tower, and he might end up missing it because of the Goblin Barrel placement. Knowing that he has lock, he misses one Goblin. Doesn't seem like a lot, but the one Goblin is gonna get a little bit of chip damage here. Princess stays alive. We can go with another Princess. We can keep out the pressure here. Do I go Cannon? I don't think so. Last time it kind of worked, but not the best play. So I guess for now we can just let it be. Or should I? Yeah, I guess I should try and maybe keep out the Princess alive. Honestly, it's worth it, especially because it's not the Evo. Okay, we know that he has the Goblin Barrel back in cycle. He used 4 cards since he used the lock last time. Once again, being aware of the cycle, being aware of what my opponent can go with. Let's go with a Princess. Let's go with a Ice Spirit here, trying to take care of the Mega Knight. Okay, perfect. Now I know that he doesn't have the lock in cycle yet, so I'm gonna go with a Goblin Barrel in the normal placement. And do you guys see how important it is? Decision-wise, let's give it a good game, by the way. I was a little bit over-leveled compared to him, so I'm sorry for that, but did you guys notice how important it is? Decision-wise, being aware, knowing, okay, he has the lock, I can go with a tricky barrel. He doesn't have the lock, I can go with a normal barrel. I know that he has a specific card, I'm gonna keep my lock on defense. Like, it's super important, and what I was gonna say before, by the way, is I know that I'm playing Lockbait. Let's say you guys are playing Hawk Rider, then focus on other things. For example, a building. If you're playing Hawk Rider, a building. If you're playing Balloon, focus on air counters. If you're playing Graveyard, maybe focus on a spell or a specific counter. Or you guys understand what I'm trying to say? This guy as well, he used the arrows. How many cards has he played since using the arrows? I think it's 3. I'm honestly not 100% sure. I wasn't paying attention to the fullest, but yeah, I was 90% sure he was not back to the arrows quite yet. And I think we are indeed going to, or now he indeed has the arrows. He is gonna go with a Hawk Rider. I think we don't really need to drop anything. Cannon is gonna make the Hawk Rider only get 1 hit. I know that he has the arrows available, so let's kind of wait and see. Okay, can we maybe force it out somehow? Can we be annoying? Maybe if I go Princess here, we can force out the arrows. That will be a 3 for 3 trade. And that would also give us some tower damage. In this case, he goes Valkyrie. His Valkyrie doesn't one-shot my Princess, by the way. That is crazy. Okay, I know that he has the arrows. I think he's gonna go bats on top of the Dark One because he did show the bats before. He has it in cycle. You don't have to always think about the exact same cycle. Like, for example, here, I think he's gonna arrow the right side. So I can go Goblin Barrel like this. I can go Goblin Gang left side as well. I think he's gonna arrow the lane where the least amount of HP is. Like, his right side tower was very low, now his left side tower is very low. But do you guys understand, and do you guys see how I'm like 1 step ahead of my opponent just because of the quick cycle, just because of the thought process we are doing? I'm gonna try and activate my King Tower here, by the way. Let's go with the Dark Golem in the middle. Let's go with the Ice Spirit here as well. Let's have the Valkyrie ready against the Hawk Rider. We know that we outcycle his arrows right here, so let's go with a Golden Barrel. Let's go with a Princess as well. Why did I go Golden Barrel right side? Because I have the Valkyrie and the Goblin Gun on the left side. I know that that is gonna be annoying for him. If I pressure the right side at the same time, it's gonna be like nearly impossible for him to defend and the left and the right side. And we also got a beautiful King Tower activation. So nice, perfect. I think I'm explaining myself pretty well. It's kind of hard to and play and explain your thought process and keep aware of like the counters, the cycle. And someone might be asking right now, yo Serge, are you aware, are you counting the exact cards, the exact cycle your opponent has? I don't think almost anyone does it. Maybe someone like Mohammed Light might, but I personally don't. I always try to focus on the most important things. And I would suggest for you to think based on your deck. What? No, I didn't mean to go Goblin Gang in the back there. Oh my god, I meant to go with Cannon in this position. Okay, I guess it's okay. Let's go with a lock here, taking care of the skeletons. So what I was talking about is that try to identify what is the most important thing to keep track of in your deck. Like, for example, I'm playing Lockbait. It's super important to take care of the spells, of the cycle. But maybe for your deck, it's super important to take care of a building, of something else. Like, always try to be thinking, okay, what could really help me? And what is going to be important for me in my deck based on defense, based on offense. Not only offensively, it's important to counter cycle, defensively as well. Imagine you are facing, let's say you're facing 2.6, right? And you know that he's going to try and outcycle your cannon. For example, in my case, I'm playing with a cannon. So let's say we know that he's back to Hawk Rider and I'm not quite back to the cannon yet. Do I try to get back to it? If it's an option, yes. if it's not an option, try to already think, okay, he's gonna out-cycle me. I don't have my cannon in cycle right now. What should I go with if he goes with Royal Hawks? If he goes with Hawk Rider? Like, do you guys understand the point I'm trying to make? Like, if you know the cycle of your opponent, if you know the deck, you can be aware of what is coming next, and it can help you a lot defending. Like, for example, if you already know that a Hawk Rider is coming, it's gonna be way easier to defend if you're already prepared with your Goblin Gang Ice Spirit, if you're already prepared with your Dart Goblin Ice Spirit lock, Valkyrie Ice Spirit. It doesn't matter what you have. If you're already thinking and staying a step ahead of your opponent, trust me guys, try it out in a game, try it out in a Classic Challenge, Grand Challenge, it doesn't matter. Try it, and I'm 100% sure that it's gonna help you so much, and you guys are actually gonna improve if you're constantly aware of what is gonna be a threat, what is gonna be important to keep track of, what is possibly gonna be important to keep on defense, like just those basic ideas. But I can almost guarantee that for some of you guys, it might not even be a basic thing to keep track of. It's gonna help you so much trying to improve. Okay, we need to be careful here. Let's see if we can activate the King Tower. No, it's gonna hit the... Wait, is it gonna activate the King Tower? Nice. Okay, we do activate the King Tower. We're gonna take a ton of damage though. Is it gonna be worth it? I would say yes. I think we're gonna be like equal on damage, and him having Graveyard, and I think here he's gonna have Tornado, by the way. So let's see if we can trick him by missing the Tornado, going Goblin Guy on the corner. Many people will try to activate the King Tower. In this case, he's gonna go with Ewis, which is also a good play from him. Okay, so in this case, what is gonna be important to keep track of? Honestly, not that much. Spells-wise, I would say Tornado is gonna be important if he does have the Tornado, because Tornado at the end of the day can activate the King Tower if we give it to him. But besides that, it's just gonna be important to be annoying with our cards, be annoying with our cycle. We definitely have a way quicker cycle than him, and making sure that we don't overspend so we can always have something for the graveyard. Now with the King Tower activated, we can be way more aggressive. Like, I think it's not gonna be as big of a problem for us to deal with, for example, a graveyard compared to when we don't have the King Tower activated. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Barrel like this. Let's go with a Goblin Gang as well. Let's wait a little bit to see if he does go with his graveyard. If he is gonna go graveyard, we can defend it quite easily with the amount of cards we are pressuring with right now. We're pretty much not allowing him to go in. Like, did you guys notice how much elixir he spent on defense without really able to go in? Okay, bad Ice Spirit by me. I thought that maybe with the Ice Spirit we can get the Valkyrie to the tower. Definitely not the best play by me, but I guess it's fine. We can go with a Princess, we can go with a Goblin Gang, and I'm telling you guys, with the graveyard or with the King Tower activated, it's gonna be so hard for him to get damage and value with the graveyard. So let's go with the Golden Barrel left side. At this point, I just want to make sure that we take down the tower. 40 seconds left is honestly still a lot of time, but with the current situation and with the matchup, I'm not really too worried about what is coming. Like, he might try and get something going here. If he does go with a freeze, I don't think he's back to it yet. I think he's still missing 1 or 2 more cards, and even if he does freeze, we just have so many troops on the field right there that it's pretty much impossible for him to break through our defense. I think even without the King Tower activated, it was already a pretty rough matchup for him. With the King Tower activated, it's just impossible. So let's give out the pressure. Let's go with the Valkyrie, double Dart going on the field, Goblin Gang here in the middle as well, trying to keep out the pressure, keep the Inferno Dragon distracted. Dart Goblin is unfortunately not gonna get a lock, but I think that still should be towered down with the Goblin Barrel, and there you go, we are gonna secure another victory. So this is a perfect situation and a perfect match to also show that it's not always 100% sure necessary and important to always be aware of your opponent's cycle if there's not a big threat to keep track of. And I guess he didn't even have the Tornado, or he just never used it. But if there's not necessarily a big threat in the way of like having a spell you need to worry about, having a specific card you need to worry about, don't stress about it either. Like, do you guys... Okay, we need to be careful. I did give him a pretty good arrow value if he has one. Hopefully he's not gonna have it. Okay, beautiful. So did you guys notice how there I barely mentioned specific cards to keep track of, because there really wasn't many. Like, honestly, I think with the way we played the activation, we pretty much had the match won already. You of course still need to cycle, you of course still need to play well, but there's not gonna be a situation where like, okay, I'm gonna try and outcycle his, I don't know, like Ewis. I'm not gonna try and outcycle maybe his Bowler, maybe his Valkyrie. Those could have been cards I needed to kind of keep track of, but honestly not much either. Okay, is this guy still playing? What is he doing? Okay, he is still playing. He has a very strange deck. He has like Witch, Knight, Baby Dragon, Prince. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy has a Mega Knight in there as well. Mega Knight is like the card everyone loves on leather. Okay, let's go with the Princess here. Let's have the Ice Spirit ready as well. If he goes with something, we have the Goblin Gang, we have the Cannon. Same thing here, like, if you're facing someone with not necessarily a big threat for you, for your deck, don't overthink about it either. And another topic I wanted to talk about in today's video is Elixir, how do you call it? I guess the word is Elixir management and awareness. And what do I want to say with this, or what am I gonna try and say? It's basically like, looking at the situation of the match, like for example here, this guy has horrible elixir management. I don't want to disrespect him or anything, but he's been playing super aggressive. He's been wasting a lot of elixir. He definitely doesn't have a lot of elixir right now. After spending that wage, after spending the Baby Dragon in the middle, how can I tell? Am I counting elixir? No, I honestly never have. Basically what I try to do is kind of like calculate in my head and be like, okay, if he just spent, just an example, 5 elixir on the witch, 4 elixir on the Baby Dragon. Well, that's a lot of elixir. And there you go. There's the Mega Knight. Man, I knew it. Like, these type of decks always have the Mega Knight in there. We are looking amazing, though. We already took 2 of his towers. So, basically what I was saying is that try to think and try to look, okay, if he just spent a Mega Knight, if he just spent a Baby Dragon, if he just spent a witch, is he gonna spend a lot of elixir? And especially looking at your cards as well, like you spend. Like for example, I spend the Goblin Barrel and he goes, which of course almost no one is gonna do, but let's say he goes with and the Witch and the Baby Dragon to defend just the Goblin Barrel. You know for sure that you're gonna be up so much elixir because you invested 3 elixir and the opponent invested 9 elixir. The Witch is 5, Baby Dragon is 4. Of course, if you know the cost of your deck and the cost of his cards, you can kind of make a, how do you say that, assumption, kind of make a calculation and be like, okay, I spent 4 elixir right here. If the opponent is gonna be spending, I don't know how much elixir, like for example here, the log, I'm now down a little bit of elixir, but he did go with the miner, so I guess we are kind of equal. It doesn't matter to always know, okay, I'm up 1, I'm down 1, I'm up 2, I'm down 3. I don't really suggest that because I think it's gonna be way too much for you guys to keep track of. I personally don't do that either. But I do think it's important to have a sense in the way that, okay, he just spent a lot of elixir, I should be punishing him. Okay, he just spent very little elixir, I should now be chilling a little bit, I shouldn't be too aggressive. I think this guy is gonna have a pretty quick cycle. He's definitely back to lock, I think. Yeah, he's now for sure back to lock. He spent the wall breakers, he spent the knight, he spent the poison, and he spent the miner. Okay, let's try and keep track of his lock, guys. This is gonna be very important. This is gonna be a difficult matchup here. He already spent 2 cards after spending the lock. I think in single X it's gonna be difficult for us to outcycle him, but I'm gonna try and do my best. Okay, let's go with a Valkyrie like this. He's gonna go with his miner, or maybe, I'm not sure if we outcycled him, but anyways, let's go with the Golden Barrel. Let's split it right now. I think he's either back to it or he was missing 1 card, but looks like he is back to it. Note how I play the Evil Barrel towards the left side, because most of the people, when there's a tank, when there's another troop, or when the tower is low, they are gonna focus on that tower. So the right side tower was the tower with the least amount of HP. Now his left side tower is gonna be way more damaged. Okay, so once again, gonna be important to keep track of the lock. Let's go with the Dark Lord, let's go with the Princess. Let's see what the opponent's gonna do. He might try and go for his wall breaker soon. How many cards did he use since he used the lock? He used 3 cards. I think he's 1 away right now, so let's see if we can outcycle him. Now he's back, so he is gonna go with a lock on the left side. We can then go with a Goblin Gang right side, knowing that the lock is gonna be used, and we can maybe go with a Princess here, depending on what he drops on the left side here. Okay, so it's hard for us to outcycle him, but we are trying our best to do that. Let's go with a Cannon, let's go with a Dart Goblin. I'm not sure if he's back yet. I think he is 1 card away. It's kind of difficult to end play a cycle deck, play against a cycle deck, record the video, everything at the same time. But if you guys are gonna practice this, and if you guys are gonna focus on it, I can guarantee you that you're gonna slowly but surely become better and better at it. Okay, let's go with the Dark Goblin here. Let's go with the Golden Barrel as well. He's once again gonna probably focus on the right side where the Dark Goblin and the Valkyrie is. Is he gonna lock? Okay, he's gonna lock the left side. Perfect for us because it's gonna be a good amount of damage on his right side tower. Let's go with a lock here. Let's go with a Goblin Gang. Let's go with a Cannon up high. Let's, I guess, have the princess ready. As soon as the cannon is gonna go down, I'm gonna go princess. And I'm gonna go with a golden barrel. Perfect timing. He is gonna go lock. Beautiful. Now he does have the lock for the golden barrel. I think that should be good game, guys. Nice. Okay, pretty good game. I know that it's maybe a little bit difficult to follow me. Even myself, I'm not really able to right now like share every single thought process, every single moment in the match. But trust me, if you're really gonna focus on it, if you're really gonna try and improve, you guys will improve with it and you guys are gonna learn a lot. I recommend at first to not play something that chaotic though. Like if you're gonna be playing, for example, on ranked and you're already really high and you're not really familiar with focusing on the cycle, trying to improve, trying to manage the elixir from your opponent, managing your own elixir, I highly recommend to first play like a classic challenge, play something chill, and then afterwards try and focus on the higher end matches. Okay, this guy is gonna have NATO, is gonna activate the King Tower, well played by him. Still lots of damage though. Wow, wait, how much damage did we just get? Just from the Valkyrie and that one Goblin right there. Beautiful damage. So what is going to be important in this type of match? I would say that the Firecracker is going to be quite important when placing troops like close to the tower. I would say that the Hawk Rider is going to be quite important based on the defense. For example, here I just spent the cannon. He is 3 cards away from the Hawk Rider. We need to be careful with that. Let's go with a Princess here. If he does go with a Firecracker, that could activate the King Tower afterwards. If he goes with something else, the cannon is still alive and could get some value. I'm not really sure why he would go. He just gave us so much value. Like that is a perfect example of the elixir management. He just spent 4 elixir on the mini P.E.K.K.A, 3 elixir on the Firecracker, and that was on a cannon we already had on the field. Like I know for a fact that he's low on elixir right now. He is gonna get some value with the Inferno Tower, but let's keep it under pressure. He has a lock as well. What does he have in cycle right now if I go Princess? I think he's back to the Knight. Maybe Prince at the bridge here wouldn't be the best play because then he would just be able to knight the bridge and he's probably gonna try and get something behind it like the Hawk Rider. Let's instead cycle in the back. Let's go with the Princess and let's have the cannon ready in case he does. Now I could go for the Dart Goblin. He just cycled the Knight. I didn't expect him to go with a rocket, but we are gonna get the Dart Goblin to snipe. We are gonna get the Dart Goblin to get a lot of damage. Let's go with the Goblin Gang split right here. We know that he has been going with some Valkyries, with some Firecrackers up high. Let's go with a Valkyrie right here. Let's go with a cannon up high to snipe the Firecracker. We are gonna get a very nice defense. Let's go with a Princess here at the bridge, trying to bait out the lock. This guy's just gonna give up. Beautiful. Do you guys see how this opponent had lock, NATO, Firecracker, rocket? Like he had, in my opinion, pretty decent answers. But just by staying calm, by cycling well, thinking about, okay, what does he have in cycle? What can we do on our defense? It's quite easy. Like this game, I know sometimes it's chaotic. I know sometimes it is difficult. But trust me, guys, if you think the way I'm thinking, if you prepare, practice, get like the feeling on the cycle, get the feeling on the elixir management and all those things, you are gonna improve and you are gonna push a lot of trophies, win a lot of matches in competitive, and just in general have a lot of success. So that's gonna be it for me for today's video. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. I really do hope that you guys also learned something from today's video. Any questions, feel free to, of course, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.